No. Hello, guys. This is another video about the Bible. Um, a lot of people may not want to go to church, but I think it's good. Uh, Communication wise, um, and tithing. It says tithe 10%. Uh, I'm not sure. It just says 10%. Uh, um, there's quit it, and it talks about giving and receiving, like fasting 40 days and 40 nights. That's something that uh, I would like to do. I don't know. It talks about like three three seasons, like Monday or January, February, March. There's 12 months, and what I was deciding to do was I had it written down like at least three times. You could go and give help out people three times within the 3 months of the 12 months. Uh, you could do it like, I don't know, maybe twice a year, maybe, or three times a year. But I used to eat like, I don't know if it has anything to do with eating, but the meals that we had were three times a day. I'm trying to make a video. Never. Anyway, people think that communication in religion are the same. Communication or Christianity is the same. Communication and Christianity as religion is not the same. I'm sorry to tell you, it's not the same. They are completely different. Christianity alone is a religion in and of itself. Uh, it. I'm not saying that it's probably. I'm not saying that it's the best religion, but it's. They say communication is the best. They just say that communication is always going to be the same. There's not Technology is not going to outdo it. Reading is good too. Uh, I said that I would read from the book of Matthew. Uh, let's see, book of Matthew. The book of Matthew contains sayings from Jesus a lot. Um, like if you do anything, it's kind of like based on, like, based from the old ages. They were trying to come up with a good book, not necessarily the best, but just they were trying to, see what was what, and find out, what was it that, they had, like, how they have, priests, and they have monks and stuff. The holiness, the people, holiness of holiness people, even the holiness of holinesses were not as close to Jesus as they were. It's just that's the way it was back then. Because they were like the greatest philosophers weren't even close to Jesus, close to God as Jesus was. Uh, why why is it? Because Jesus died on the cross for everybody's sins, and he said that he would be back, and he said that his Father would rebuild the temple with 3 days, in 3 days. And people don't believe it to be true. I believe it. I believe that it's happened before, and it may happen again. This is an important thing that I think. No, because I've helped him already. I know I have company. The baby's asleep. This is important. I believe this is important. And it's set up over his head. His accusation written, "This is Jesus, the King of the Jews." They gave him vinegar to drink, mingled with gall, and when he had tasted thereof, he would not drink. And they crucified him, and parted his garments, casting lots, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by prophet. They parted my garments among them, and upon my vesture did they cast lots. And sitting down with them, watched him there, and set over his head. His accusation written, "This is Jesus, the King of the Jews." Then were there 2 thieves crucified with him, one on the right hand, and one on the left. And they that passed by reviled him, and waging their heads, and saying, "Thou that destroyest the temple, build it in 3 days, save thyself. If thou be the Son of God, come down from the cross." Likewise also be the chief priests mocking him. With the scribes, elders said, "He saved others, himself cannot save. If he be the King of Israel, let him now come down from the cross quick, and we will believe him. He trusted in God, let him deliver him now, if he will have him. For he said, I am the Son of God." The thieves also crucified with him, casting the same teeth. Now from 6 hour there was darkness from all over the land until 9th hour. The Bible talks about darkness, which is mournful and sorrowful. Or that's what it means. Um, they talk about in the Bible there's 3 heavens and 3 hells. Well, I believe that the lowest one supposedly is where the rapists are, the child molesters are, or yes, the child molesters, and uh, Then in the second one is like the rapist. The the, the last one is like the child molesters and the rapist and the murderers, something like that. And then it just goes through up to the highest heaven. People who are on cocaine addicts, people who are addicted to weed, or addicted to smoking, people who have tattoos or earrings, people who do not. It's just basically people who don't go according to the Bible and the Ten Commandments. Um, there's this movie. It's called The Passion of the Christ. It's good to watch. I mean, you don't have to watch it if you don't want to, but I also researched it where, like, Jesus died on the cross, but there was also Saint Peter that followed him, and he wanted his people to hang him upside down as well. To hang him upside down, not because Jesus was hung upside up, and he just wanted to do that, I guess, because he felt sorry for Jesus. But that is Catholicism, because they said that it was the Catholic way, and it sounded like, there's no other way than Jesus Christ. They think that there isn't another way, and there isn't. Jesus was, from what I heard, Jesus was a Jew. He was poor, and he lifted himself up, and he lifted his people up. And he got questioned. He was brought in, and he got questioned, and he said that I am the Son of God, and they said, no, you're not. It's blasphemy, And he wasn't just an ordinary guy. So that's what I'd like to explain in this video. And he didn't follow anybody. He had followers, but I don't believe he followed anyone. He followed the Bible, and he told people to go out. He told people, and he asked people to follow the Bible, and he helped people. He had God in him. He had the Holy Ghost in him. It was so powerful. It was in him. People think that it's separated. That's why Saint Peter wanted himself to be hung upside down, probably because people think they separated it from him. They separated the Holy Ghost when they passed away. They didn't like it. They did not like it one bit. But God is all powerful, all knowing, all powerful and all knowing. God, He knows all our moves, what we say and what we do. So thanks for this message. Have a nice evening, Sunday evening, and happy holidays.